Right.
Is it good?
Thank you so much for joining me today. It's your girl, Lady K, from ZiFM Stereo, all the way from Zimbabwe. Today with me, I am joined by Big Brother Mzansi, Season 4 winner, McJunior. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing good.
Well, first of all, congratulations. 2 million rands and 27,000 richer. How are you feeling?
It's the and 27,000 that gets me. I'm doing great, man.
Yeah.
I'm doing great, man. Thank you. I'm doing great.
I've been watching a number of your interviews, and the one thing that has really caught me is the fact that you constantly keep saying, guys, I didn't have a strategy. I didn't have a plan. I just went in there to do me. And at the end of the day, you walked away a winner. How did that even, when you were auditioned for Big Brother, did you say, I'm going there to win? I'm going there to have a good time? When you got into Brother, what did you get into Big Brother for?
When I went to the Big Brother, I went in for the money. I had plans with my life, man. I've had plans with my life, but I needed a financial launching pad. You know, a lot of plans need money to be executed. You know what I'm saying? So when I went in for the money, and I had no plan. I was just taking a shot in the dark. I was taking a shot at life. You know what I'm saying? They said if you enter and you win, you get 2 million. And I was like, okay, let me try to go get that 2 million and see then. You know, nothing else.
Wow, and you came out on top. Absolutely amazing. One of the biggest conversations that's happening online as well is that you are literally the underdog. Nobody saw it coming. Did you see yourself actually coming? Because when you were in the house, I mean, obviously there were a couple of things that were happening, good things, bad things. You were winning some stuff, you were losing some stuff. Was there any point inside the house where you're like, you know what, I might not be able to win, but it's been good? Was there a certain point that you got to that?
At no point in the house did I ever think I was going to win. I think that's just a certain, to me, that comes across as arrogant. At no point did I ever think I was going to win, even when it was right down to my keke and I had the top two. On stage, you could tell when they said my name, I had a delayed reaction because I did not think my name was going to come out of that envelope. At no point. If you put 9 extroverts next to one introvert, who do you think is going to win? Like the one underdog is the introvert that has nothing to say and is shy about everything. So at no point did I ever think I was going to win.
I was actually with you when they announced, because he said Mac. I was like, wait, he's trying to say Makeke or Mac Junior. Then when he said Junior, I was like, what? I'm sure you felt the same way.
When he said Junior after Mac, because it could have been Makeke, it could have been Mac, I was like, there's no way. I was like, there's no way.
Oh man, oh man. Okay, so obviously I know everybody knows you right now as McJunior, the Big Brother Mzansi winner, but I want McJunior. Let's go back into time, okay? Yes. I know you're from Durban. What was it like growing up in Durban? What was McJunior as a junior like?
I actually was born in a rural area of Bulwa. I relocated to Durban. It's been about 5 years there, you know what I'm saying, just for school and work. Growing up, I was a recluse, man. I always sat in the house watching TV. If not that, I was just trying to emulate, you know, things I saw on TV, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air predominantly. That was my favorite show. Will Smith was my dude, like growing up. That was me. I never interacted with all the other kids. I was just indoors, just doing my thing.
A lot of kids who usually grow up indoors obviously watch a lot of TV, but they listen to a lot of music. What music were you listening to when you grew up?
I've always been into hip hop, but I wasn't into it. Like, you know how a child brain is into hip hop where you just like the beat and it just sounds nice. But like as an adult, it's like grown into a thing where lyricism, whatever, whatever. But growing up, hip hop was always, you know, I grew up in those Lil Wayne years. You know, listening to him was just my thing. I just Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Maybach music. That was just, I listened to it and it was just fun back then. You know.
Can I be honest? As I told you, I've been listening to a lot of you, I've been watching a lot of you, and the one person that keeps coming up in the back of my head every time I hear you speak is Denzel Washington. Have you ever heard that before? Has anyone ever told you that before?
That's my favorite actor.
Wow. Because I can hear it when you speak sometimes, and especially when you slow down your words. I'm like, wait a minute, this sounds very familiar. And Denzel Washington is literally the person that I'm hearing all the time.
I've never gotten it before, but he's my favorite actor, literally.
Oh, wow. I mean, so obviously coming from very humble beginnings to where you are now, You've won a lot of money. I'll be honest, if I won 2 million rands today, you'll see me on I Blow It in like 6 months. What are your plans with the 2 million rands that you won at Big Brother?
Man, as I think I've mentioned a few times, man, I don't, 3/4 of the money is getting saved and I'm taking a quarter of it and I'm trying to start the business I've always wanted to start back in the rural area I was born in. I'm trying to go into rural economies and develop those areas and empower those people. Business is where I'm going and I'm investing like 3/4 of the money and forgetting about it. I'm not trying to end up when I blow it or trying to spend the money like, because 2 million sounds like a lot when you have 1,000 rands in your bank account, but it's not a lot of money. 2 million is like a launching pad to more money, generate more. It's not money to blow and spend like you have 10 billion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh no, that's I
Yeah.
think obviously that's the best way. When you receive such a large amount, it's very easy to get completely overwhelmed. I would like to say overwhelmed is
Yeah.
the correct term when you receive too much money that you've never received like that before. And you're 25,
Yes.
am I correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
25.
most 25-year-olds, let's be honest, if they're to get 2 million rands, I think we'd know how that would end up. But I love how
Yes.
you're very literate in your finance. That's actually really, really dope. Um, the one thing that was also very interesting for me was when I was watching the finale, because I was at the fan party. I was there with your family, with your pops, your mom. They're all there. They're actually sitting in the booth next to me. And I was like, wow.
Oh.
Oops. And the funny thing was there was a booth for your family, and then the next booth was Makeke's like fans. It was the most insane thing I've ever seen ever, and it was crazy. But when you are when it was now just you and Makeke, the two of you, and Big Brother was like, okay, I'm about to do lights out, and you went through each room of the house and he switched off all the lights for you to get out of the Big Brother house. When you were going through that, what were you actually feeling? Like, what was going through your head? Like, oh my God, I'm leaving the house. I'm in top two, and the lights were being switched off. What were you going through at that particular moment?
It was a bittersweet moment, man. Everybody was ready to leave and go see their families, but that house changed you. You grew in that house. You found things out about yourself that you didn't know. So when we were going room to room and reminiscing about things that had happened, it was a bittersweet moment. It was nice going down memory lane, being nostalgic and all that. But at the end of the day, yo, man, we grew in that house. We went through things in that house. We found people that we liked and people that we had fights in that house. It was a bittersweet moment, but it was beautiful. I saw it online and watched it again, and it was a beautiful moment, man. It was beautiful.
When you go through extremes of being placed inside a house with strangers for so long, you know, most people when they're thrust into such situations, it's either the situation can either make you or it can break you. What what do you think you has bettered yourself after being inside the house? Because I mean, obviously, some people have this thing of if I go to a particular place, I'm able to actually rejuvenate myself and get a little bit better. McJunior, now that he's left the house and you're outside now, you outside.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
how do you feel like Big Brother has changed you as a person?
I have discovered abilities that I didn't know I had. I said it in the show in my diary sessions that I'd never acted before. You know what I'm saying? I'd never acted, and everybody's like, "Yo, you're such a, you're an okay actor." You know what I'm saying? So for me, those abilities, man, and coming out and knowing that, if an opportunity lands on the table and everything is right about it and it's in line with who I am and the direction I want to go, and that's something I can go into. Discovering that, man, that changes your perspective. Now you're capable of things that you didn't know you were capable of. You know what I'm saying? Now you can do certain things that you didn't know you could do. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, that house has really changed me in that way, man. Now there's nothing I look at and I'm like, I'm not gonna try. I'm willing to try way more things that I was willing to try back then, even not publicly, like even privately. Just try a bunch of things that I wasn't willing to try before or hadn't thought I was, didn't think I was able to do before I went into that house.
Yeah, because you're the cool guy. You're the cool, calm, and collected guy. You like to stick by yourself. You liked moments of peace and quiet. I think we're literally the opposites. I am a literal firecracker. Put me anywhere, you'll see like this is that's just me. Whereas you're the complete opposite. And I love how you say that you now wanna try new things. What is the one
Mm.
thing that before Big Brother, you're like, I will never do that. But now that you're out of Big Brother and you're obviously seeing world in a much different light, is the one thing to be like, you know what, I don't mind. I think I could do this now.
This is gonna sound like such a vain answer, but like sushi, I had never had it. The
That's
raw
interesting.
version, I'd had like the fried version. The raw version I had for the first time in that house. And I'm a little more open. I'll try it the next time I see it, actually.
No, you know what? A lot of people don't eat sushi. I'm going to be very honest. I didn't like sushi at one point, and then I don't know what I ate, and it didn't taste so bad. And I was like, okay, I'm going to continue with
Exactly.
this sushi. The other one, no. This one, I'll definitely continue.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Okay, so one of the things as well is that you gained a huge fan base. I mean, the Mac Force is strong
Yeah.
online. I always talk about
Yeah.
individuals or personalities or even celebrities who've got such strong fan bases that even if you try them, you're literally going to get buried. I'm talking about the likes of the Barbs, the Beehive, and you've got the Mac Force. You know, and these people have been watching it from all over, not just in South Africa, but I'm talking Africa. I'm from Zimbabwe. People have been watching in Zambia, Botswana, Namibia. Anything you'd like to say to all of the Mac Force that have been watching and be like, you know, this is our dog. Like, this is the one for us. And I'm so glad I voted for him. What do you want to say to them?
First things first, man. I haven't grasped the sheer just how many people actually were behind me, rooting for me, man. The gratitude and the appreciation, man, I cannot put into words. I don't think I still have a grasp of like every time you have somebody like, yo, dude, I love you. Every time you see somebody and they're like, yo, can I get a picture? To me, it's crazy because I'm just a normal dude that had a 9 to 5 sitting in front of his laptop that decided to try to win 2 million. So for me, that's crazy, man. That is absolutely, the appreciation I have for them, man, the McForce family, you know what I'm saying? I'm where I am because they decided to, give a stranger a chance. You know what I'm saying? Give a dude that wasn't, the favorite a shot. And I cannot really explain how much I appreciate them. And I appreciate them like nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? My
Absolutely.
gratitude is beyond words.
Absolutely. And you can now you're now in a position to actually go on tour. You can do like a Mac Force tour. Go down to Zambia, hit up the clubs, go to Zim, hit up the clubs. You know, you can go on tour, bro.
See, those are the things that like I'm like, yo, like I could actually show up somewhere and people are like, yo, we want to see him. Those are the things that are just crazy to me. They just
Absolutely.
crazy.
No,
Yeah, man.
absolutely. I think another reason why a lot of people also gravitated towards you was because you kept it real from day one till you left.
Mm,
There hasn't been a
mm,
single side of you that ever changed your personality, your character. And I think even your confrontations
mm,
weren't very, oh my God, things are about to go south. Never. I mean, obviously you were level headed. Um,
mm,
you didn't allow people to necessarily push you to a certain corner, but you
mm.
always managed to maintain your cool. Now, my question is, how did you manage to do this? Because you're in a house with strangers. I mean, even with people that I live with, I get annoyed and I don't want to talk to them. But now you're forced to stay with these people in this house for all this time. How did you manage to maintain your cool all along?
It's respect, man. I treat people the way I expect them to treat me. It's respect. There's certain lines that never get crossed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I was perfect. I had my moments, but I generally respect the person in front of me. And if you give it 99% of the time, you're going to get it back because people start screaming more when you scream back. But when you calm down, people generally calm down. I had my confrontations, but it's just in my nature to not escalate things to a ridiculous level. I had my moments. But at the end of the day, I think the respect I gave people and how I was moving really made people not want to cross certain lines, even though we had disagreements. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. If someone is watching this and they're like, you know what, McJunior has inspired me to join the next season of Big Brother Mzansi, tips on how to survive in the house.
As cliche as this sounds, stay true to who you are. Stay true to who you are, man. Your authenticity speaks volumes. I know this is cliche. I've always heard people say this, before I went into the house and I was like, what? Stay true to who you are, man. Your authenticity speaks volumes and you cannot act for 71 days. I know you probably think you can. You cannot act for 71 days in that house. Number two, When I walked in, I had a clear goal in mind. I walked in and I said from day one, I'm here for the money. And they all knew it. Everybody in that house knew it. Until day 71, on my last diary session, I was like, big brother, if I don't win this money, I have failed at the mission I came here to accomplish. I came in with a clear goal and I was airing it out from day one and it was clear. So have your goal and don't be shy about it. If don't sit there and say, I'm here for the growth and the value and the experience. If you're there for the money, you're there for the money. If you're there for the be loud about it, my dog, and wear that on your shoulders, wear that on your sleeves. Keep your goal in mind and don't be shy about it. Number three, don't let these people shake you because they're going to try. They're going to be people that are going to try to get react. Don't let them shake you. If you're the type of person not to scream, don't scream. You don't know how many times I was like, if I was the person to scream, I would have screamed, but I didn't. So don't let them take you out of your character. Stick to your guns. If you're the type of person to sit there and just think a situation through, do that. Don't act out of character because you got these cameras checking you out and you want to show the world that I could do it too. Be who you are. Stick to your guns.
Amazing. There's an interview where you said that you're not interested at all in communicating with anybody in the house. What's that about? Let's talk about that. Let's unpack that. There's nobody that you even just want to have them on WhatsApp, like, what's up, bro? Let's go for lunch. I've decided I want to go bungee jumping. You want to come with me? Nobody, not even one.
I can have your number on WhatsApp, but I'm not going to text you. If you know what I'm saying? It's just the type of person I am. Relationships to me are it's not my thing. They're laborious. It's awkward. I'm socially awkward, man. I just feel like I'm saying the wrong thing. There's just pressure. I would much rather just, because now I'm going to say hi and then you say hi. And then now I have to am I annoying this person? Do they want to talk? So for me, I'm just not a relationship person and I'd much rather keep to myself. So I'm not, and 90% of those people weren't genuine, man. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? The things I'm finding out, nah, man, I'm sorry. We were good. I had my people. I really love them. I'm going to show up for them if they're ever in a situation, you know what I'm saying? But for everybody else, no thanks. Goodbye, man. It was good.
It was good. It was good while it lasted. It was good while it lasted.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you know what, McJunior, I think right now, with your mindset and the head on your shoulders, I think you are going to go very, very far. And now, obviously, since you've been so far, you've been completely communicated outside from the world. What's the one thing you're looking forward to now that you're outside? Like, what is the one thing that you want to do now, other than the sushi? I mean, obviously, because usually when you're in the house, it's usually, oh, I can't wait to go sleep in my bed, or oh my God, I can't wait to have a call with my mom, or oh my goodness, I need to do. What's the one thing that you just said? You know what? I can't wait to go outside so I can do this, other than the sushi.
Man, right now I'm still doing media runs. You know, after it's been like 3 days, I'm looking forward to going home and spending time with my girl. Man, I just want to spend time with my girl and reconnect and just unpack everything that happened and just, you know what I'm saying, get that connection back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I picked that up in one of your other interviews where you spoke about your girl. Like, nah, listen, there's nothing for me in the house. I got something outside. I'm committed. I got my girl. I'm good.
Facts.
I love that. You know, like I was saying, anyway, you are literally the inspiration that a lot of people need, because like you did mention, you can be around people like me, for instance. I'm very, very outspoken. When I walk into a room, you'll actually be able to see, okay, she's there. And people always have the assumption that we're the ones that are always able to, you know, get further in life. But then sometimes the quiet one in the little corner can also get very far in life. And I think that's the one thing that a lot of people right now are saying about you, that they're just, you know, this guy has literally shown us that you can be the underdog, but still come out on top. And I think that's one of the greatest stories. We need more stories like you. We need more people to come out and show the rest of the world that, hey, you know what? You can make it within your own little bubble. You can make it even as an introvert. The cool, calm, and collected guy can be the one to win the big prize at the end. You know what I mean? So thank you so much for telling us that story. I know a lot of people are inspired. I know you're also not a social media guy. I need you just to go on Twitter for like maybe an hour and just scroll through, okay? Trust me, just the majority is positive. Yeah, you're gonna get one or two haters. Haters gonna hate. You know, you're 2 million rands rich. Of course, they're gonna hate you. But just go and see the positivity. And your McForce have actually dedicated what is called a letter to McJunior. I'd love for you to go do that. Yes, there's this online thing where They're literally writing letters to you online about how they feel about you, about how you made them feel because of your persona and your character. I just want you to go online and just experience that. I promise you it's going to be worth the read. Trust me.
I'm such a recluse. I didn't even know we had that. I just found out. I'm gonna go and check it out. Thank you. I'm gonna go and check it out.
I was going through them yesterday and I was like, wow, this is absolutely beautiful. You can tell somewhat how genuine someone is by how people react towards them. They always say people come and go, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And as I mentioned, because of your character and your persona, and you're such a cool guy, people gravitated towards you and they loved your aura, which is why it's so easy for a lot of people to say, we absolutely love McJunior, hence we even voted for him. And that's why we wanted him to come on top.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna check that out. I can't wait. I can't wait to read some of those.
We love it. But nonetheless, thank you so much for joining me. I'm definitely gonna be playing this in Zim. All your fans in Zimbabwe, I know, are gonna be so happy to see your face. And I'm so glad I got the Denzel Washington thing. You see, I've got a good ear.
Thank you. Thank you for everybody in Zimbabwe, man. People that didn't even know me, but really invested their time and effort. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I really hope I could meet you one of these days. And I really hope. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all so much.
See you tomorrow. I'm in Joburg, by the way.
I can't wait to see you. Shout out, please. Say hi. Say hi.
I'm gonna definitely come and see you tomorrow. McJunior has been amazing. Congratulations. The business, the focus that you have with your money, I love that. And I love who you are and your personality. I know we're gonna see you again. I don't think this is the last we're gonna hear from you. I very much doubt. I think you're actually gonna be taking up yourself in other spaces where you're gonna be able to actually teach us a thing or two. So my ears will be on the ground waiting to hear from you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, let me not keep you from a media run. I'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.